Canelo, I have the $200 million for you. Easy money. Jake Paul versus Canelo. Let's get it done. This is what the fans have been waiting for. This is the biggest fight that can possibly be made in boxing. Canelo said he's down on the phone, so we're going to make it happen. I have the $200 million, and I think that's going to be the next fight. So sign the contract, Canelo. Much respect to you. Let's make the biggest fight in boxing happen. That's the exclusive Kick live stream. Jake Paul versus Canelo. Official. You heard it here first.
Hey! Canelo, I'm coming, my puta. Hey!
You said that you'd like to go up against Canelo Alvarez. What gives you the right to call out a 59-2 boxer, one of the greatest of all time, when you've not yet proven yourself?
I'm predicting what's going to happen 3 more years from now.
So I'm
going to get to his skill level and beat him. I have one of the greatest self-belief systems in the world, and I know what I'm capable of. And with this new team, I can give Canelo a serious run for his.
On the table, your fighting future is somewhat in doubt.
Yeah. No, most definitely. I think it just depends on like how the bone heals. And then also there's like a tooth missing here. Like I'm pretty sure I'm gonna have to get an implanted tooth of some sort. I don't know how much time that's gonna add to things, but we just have to see and figure out what the smartest thing is for me.
That Jake Paul is really considering, or at least there's a real possibility, that he is retired from the sport of boxing. After the AnthonyJoshua fight, severed his jaw, broke it up, cracked it, snapped it, crackled, popped it, dropped it, turned him upside down and mopped it. Okay. It feels like Jake Paul has had a realization after that AnthonyJoshua fight. Not that he regrets it, but that his days in boxing are numbered because he bit off more than he could chew. Pause. He did one too many risky plays.
Keep boxing.
Yeah.
You really love this shit, huh?
Yeah. I'm going to take some time off to go support Utah at the Olympics. Then she's going to move to Puerto Rico.
Maybe get Esme some cousins.
Yeah, that. I have such baby fever. I'm retiring from boxing. I'm getting hit in the face every single day while I could be playing soccer in Saudi. I'm friends with the Saudis slash football.
Back in the day?
I was on the A team in 7th grade. I have a really good kick. I can run fast, and I'll knock out everyone that with us.
Yeah.
Please give me $1 billion.
And I approve.
The boxing world is in absolute chaos right now after reports exploded online claiming AnthonyJoshua may have seriously injured Jake Paul during a brutal private sparring session. And now, out of nowhere, Canelo Alvarez has finally responded to Jake calling him out, and fans are losing their minds. It all started when Jake Paul went viral for once again demanding a mega fight with Canelo Alvarez, claiming he could shock the world and expose boxing legends. But only hours later, social media erupted with wild rumors that Jake was left battered after a heated training session involving AnthonyJoshua. Some fans are even claiming AJ broke his jaw after Jake allegedly tried to go toe-to-toe with the heavyweight superstar. No official footage has been confirmed. But leaked gym photos, cryptic posts, and sudden silence from Jake's camp have fueled non-stop speculation. Then came the moment nobody expected. During a tense media appearance, Canelo was asked directly about Jake Paul's non-stop callouts, and his reaction instantly went viral. Witnesses say the Mexican superstar looked completely unimpressed before delivering a cold response that sent shockwaves through the boxing community. Within minutes, clips flooded TikTok, YouTube, and X as fans debated whether Canelo was seriously considering the fight, or warning Jake to stay in his lane before things get dangerous. Even bigger, some insiders now believe this drama could actually build toward one of the most profitable crossover fights in boxing history. But others are saying Jake may have pushed things way too far this time. Did AnthonyJoshua really injure Jake Paul behind closed doors? Is Canelo secretly preparing to accept the challenge? Or is this entire situation spiraling into the wildest boxing controversy of the year? One thing is certain, the internet cannot stop talking about it.
I told you guys.
How do I look?
You
look good. Hard to believe you had surgery a few hours ago, honestly.
Hey, Jake.
Hey, Mike.
Jake, can I ask you a question really quick?
Wait, are we on the podcast?
Yeah.
Jake, can I ask you a question as you sip that
Water.
Clear
I
fluid.
feel like you're gonna ask me the question regardless of.
Jake, how are you able to sit down when your nuts are the size of basketballs? Like, how are you actually able to sit there
They're
with
squeezed up.
testicles that fucking large, bro? I was standing in this arena last night watching you, and I'm still, after all the fights you've had, in awe of the fact that you do what you do. It's mind-blowing to me.
Thank you, man. Yeah, I mean, it's not that hard to get your ass beat.
I don't think it was that bad until that last couple.
I won 2 rounds
For sure.
and then he won 2, and then I got dropped.
Think back to a terrible night in Miami last December to understand how important this huge money offer is. When that happened, the disturbed kid was faced with the harsh truths of life. Getting into the ring with AnthonyJoshua, who has been a heavyweight champion twice, was a big risk that could have very bad physical results. The influencer turned boxer was knocked out in the 6th round, which badly damaged both jaws and required major surgery, titanium plates, and the removal of 7 teeth. Aside from being a loss, it was also a physical beating that made everyone in the combat sports world wonder if he would ever be able to fight again. He didn't seem to be able to take another real hit because the damage was so bad.
And in the back, you were in the ring doing some stuff, and that led people to think that you were maybe preparing to get back in there. Obviously, it's only been about 5 months since the fight. How far along are you in the process?
Yeah, I'm getting some new scans here in a couple of days of the jaw to get an update on the healing process. We'll see what my doctors say. I think I'll be able to get a more accurate time frame, or can I even fight again? That is definitely in the realm and possibilities of things. It does feel a lot better as weeks go by and time goes by, but I definitely need to get cleared first to be able to spar. But I'm sort of staying in shape. Just I'm always in the gym pretty much regardless, so just staying in shape and enjoying some mitt work.
Wow, so that's on the table. Your fighting future is somewhat in doubt.
Yeah. No, most definitely. I think it just depends on how the bone heals. And then also there's a tooth missing here. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna have to get an implanted tooth of some sort. I don't know how much time that's gonna add to things, but we just have to see and figure out what the smartest thing is for me.
Is there any part of you that's this may not be worth it anymore? I did it. I proved my point. This is not fun. Let me go focus on other parts of the business and other parts of your life.
Yeah, those thoughts have definitely come up. But I'm not done. I can just feel it in my spirit, my soul, my heart that I have more fights left and unfinished business in my mind.
The physical damage quickly led to a breakdown in emotions. A few days ago, Paul went on the Ariel Helwani show and made a shocking statement. He sounded defeated. He said that the mending process wasn't working. His jaw couldn't hold a conversation, and it looked like his time in the spotlight was over.
I have the $200 million for you. Easy money. JakePaul versus Canelo. Let's get it done. This is what the fans have been waiting for. This is the biggest fight that can possibly be made in boxing. Canelo said he's down on the phone, so we're gonna make it happen. I have the $200 million, and I think that's gonna be the next fight. So sign the contract, Canelo. Much respect to you. Let's make the biggest fight in boxing happen. And that's the exclusive Kick live stream. JakePaul versus Canelo. Official. You heard it here first.
Fans really thought that the fight was the end of the road. To everyone's surprise, though, he showed up on a Kick stream, practically yelling about a new huge deal. It was hard to understand how he went from teasing about retiring to wanting to fight a pound-for-pound great in less than a week. This wasn't just a return. It looked like a big attempt to control their minds.
I look up to you. You're inspiration. Me and you have a lot of similarities.
You too, buddy. I respect you too. You're intelligent, and I have nothing.
How much money did he want? Canelo wanted $200 million. One day we make a good fight. Until then, we could be friends.
The most important part of this big trick was a fake piece of physical proof. During the same stream, people heard a private phone discussion that had been leaked. In the video, you can hear the social media star softly thanking the Mexican hero, highlighting the fact that they both want to be great, that the real evidence that could be used against them was meant to be the answer. Instead of a clear yes, the champion's sound was very fuzzy, cut off, and didn't have a firm yes, even though the editing was very iffy. The claim was made in front of millions of people. The challenge was taken, and the big deal was almost ready to be signed.
He knows what he said about the $200 million price point to get the Mexican monster, David Benavidez, in the ring and say, let me go back to that, use that to make the war room and boxing fans do what we're doing now. No, Canelo Alvarez isn't a duck. 200 million is his price point when he thinks of a big enough fight. Hit the Tyson mail. It confuses the hell out of me, okay? Listen, so Canelo Alvarez ducking David Benavidez confused the hell out of me because I always saw him as a straight up warrior. I saw him as somebody who will fight anybody. But that 200 million price point he just asked JakePaul for, JakePaul saying he has the money for him, that is confused. Now, listen, that doesn't mean that he has never ducked the Mexican monster ever before. Okay, he ducked him long before, multiple times before the 200 million price point. But after this, I feel like now you can question if the 200 million price point to fight David Benavidez was an actual ducking moment, or if it was him understanding business and saying, yeah, this fight will yield.
It's hard enough to market a fight against a man with a broken jaw as a competitive matchup, but the way it was done quickly turned rude. The public plea turned into an insult when it was said that the planned fight would be easy money for the clear winner. To make matters worse, it was said that the winner was purposely avoiding David Benavidez, who was supposed to be his challenger.
JakePaul yesterday broke news that Canelo accepted $200 million to face Jake. Canelo posted a couple laughing, crying emojis after that. Just what's going on with that whole situation?
How much we got to pay Jake if we're paying Canelo 200? That's what I want to know, man. Our focus is on this weekend. I think, that's what's important. Jake obviously is looking to come back at the end of the year, and there's a lot of options in terms of what he can do. I think it's very clear. He's one of the biggest stars inside and outside of the sport on every different facet of mainstream culture, and we're excited when that moment happens.
How realistic is him coming back? Because I heard him tell Ariel that he has to talk to doctors. One of his doctors said that he doesn't want him to fight again. I mean, what's the latest with his jaw and how he's healing?
I think he's being brutally honest about a process that every fighter has to go through if you break a bone or a jaw, right? So he has to get back in the ring and get hit in the face, and hopefully it stays together. So he's basically saying, hey, yeah, if I get back into sparring and things don't go well for my jaw, I'm gonna have to prolong. Conor McGregor's been coming back for 4.5, 5 years now, right? Hopefully, God willing, they announce it on Saturday, like I've been reading on social media, to bring more attention to our evening by doing that. Thank you very much, UFC. But 5 years and people are still interested. So whether Jake comes back this year or next year, 2028, there's no way he's done in the sport.
It was meant to get a response by using these deep-seated problems as bait. The plan was simple. Put the current king in a public position where he would be made fun of for his pride and bravery while being shown an impossible job. It was a risky move meant to take charge of the story. Professional boxing, on the other hand, has a very different routine than what people on the internet think it does. The undisputed super middleweight champion is now on a well-planned road to leave a lasting legacy. He is already set to defend his WBC title against a real, hungry opponent in September, when he fights Christian Billy.
Yeah, the Canelo fight, he happened to announce it today. He's fighting in Riyadh in September. What do you think about that and the fact that he decides to announce it this weekend?
Who's he fighting?
Billy. Yeah, Billy.
He wants to see that shit. You guys want to see that? No, I'm not trying to be a dick, bro, but at the end of the day, nobody wants to see that.
Besides that, he has to follow through on a big multi-fight deal that is connected to the Riyadh season project led by Turki Alalshik. These are very important, strictly controlled jobs that don't allow for any unofficial sideshows, no matter how many zeros are attached to the offer. These unbreakable contracts make it nearly impossible to take a last-minute detour for a celebrity show.
Canelo Alvarez to give up his Mexican dates. That means in February 2026, Canelo Alvarez is not going to be fighting in Cinco de Mayo and Mexican Independence. As you all see, he's going to be fighting in February and October. He has given up his burrito, his taco for halal food. Ladies and gentlemen, Canelo Alvarez has sold out his Mexican fan base. Sold out because you're giving up everything you work for. You giving up the dates and the people that has given you the power to be King Nelo, aka Cartelo, aka Cashtelo, aka Payday, aka get the fuck out of here, man. You have abandoned your dates. You have abandoned the people that made you who you are and kept you there, even in your defeats, kept you there. Ladies and gentlemen, like I said yesterday and the day before yesterday, Canelo Alvarez has opened the door for David Benavidez to be the face of Mexican boxing. And we all know that David Benavidez is going to adopt those dates in 2026 because Canelo Alvarez is not going to be performing. Not only is he not going to be performing in those dates, he's not even going to be performing in front of the Mexican people. David Benavidez is the new...
A truly disturbing medical truth lies beneath the intrigues and scheduling issues in the boardroom. Going into the squared circle to fight one of the most vicious body punchers and skilled counterattackers in history takes a lot of physical stamina. It is very dangerous to think that a boxer whose jaw has just been fixed with metal hardware could handle such high-level force. If a fighter of that level hits someone in the head with a left hook in the right place, it could damage the brain permanently. It's not even close to being brave to set them up. It's completely crazy. It makes me wonder if any sports authority would ever legally allow such a deadly mismatch.
Actually just deal with the fact that AnthonyJoshua is going to connect with a bomb and breaks his jaw in 2 places.
Yeah.
And he's fucked. His jaw's wired shut now. He lost teeth.
See, I mean, he made it to the 6th round.
Yeah.
Pretty wild.
Do they put your teeth back in when they pop out like that, or are they gone forever?
I don't know. But this shit's wired shut for like 6 weeks now.
Yeah. You got to eat nothing but protein shakes. Bro.
Oof.
It's a crazy world. The thing is that I would hope that he recognizes is right now he's doing great, and he's only, whatever he is, 28, I think.
Is he 28?
I think he is. How old is JakePaul? He's young.
God damn.
And he's probably made 300 million plus.
One burning question comes to the surface when you peel back the layers of cut audio, ridiculously high prices, and viral mocking. Is this a last-ditch effort to become famous in boxing, or is this the most well-thought-out bluff the internet has ever seen? There is a fighter in front of us whose body is telling him not to use social media to keep everyone watching. One thing is for sure, he either wants to put his health at risk by fighting a famous boxer, or he just wants to keep his name in the news while taking a back seat. There has never been less of a clear line between sports, life, and just having fun.